Hey guys, the conversation you're about to see is between me and Sharan, and we interviewed the one and only, the legend, my captain, MS Dhoni. I consider myself very lucky that in the past year I have had a chance to interact with this amazing personality. He's always extremely kind, extremely generous with his time, with his wisdom. I'm just very lucky. This was done at Prabhav 2023. It's an initiative by the lovely folks at Rigi. If you're a creator and you have an audience, be it in any field, whether you are in education or in finance or in health and fitness, you can use Rigi to monetize your growth. You can create your own course and put them up on Rigi for your audience to consume it behind a paywall. And they have many other tools that you guys must check out. So check out Rigi. Link is in the description. On that note, here's the conversation.
First question from Asit. Asit?
Hello, my bhai. Big fan, like all of us here. What is the low point of your cricketing career, and how did you come out of it?
I think the lowest point was 2007 50 over World Cup, when we lost, we didn't even qualify to the next stage. And that was brutal. There are lots of reasons. One of the simple reason was we were playing very good cricket till that point of time. Even before that, the series that we played India, we had done very well. So what happens in a competition is it doesn't go according to the script. हम जो plan लेके जाते हैं, generally ऐसा नहीं है कि वही plan होगा. It's like a CBSE का question paper जो नहीं पढ़ा होता है वही आता है. So it's more like that. So that was a tough period. We lost, we came back. Our fans have had big expectation from us. So that had a very big impact. And that's the time where those 1.5 months, I had to recollect myself. I was also feeling very bad. In fact, next 2 days we were in West Indies because we didn't get a flight out. And then whatever was happening in India and all of that. So that was a low period. And that's where friends, come in handy. So yeah, to me in cricketing aspect, that was a really tough phase. But again, it teaches you how to go about when the result is not in your favor. And I always felt that was the beauty of sport, because every evening when I go and play cricket or when I'm playing badminton or football, I will either win or lose. If I win, I need to be graceful. It teaches me how to behave when you are winning a game or when you are a winner. But when you lose, it teaches you how to be graceful even when you have lost a game. How to recollect yourself, come back tomorrow and try to win the game. So sports teaches you much more about the practical life.
And how is the trading going? How is trading going?
Training अभी घुटने के नीचे कोई training नहीं है, rehab चल रहा है.
I meant trading.
ओ ट्रेडिंग, आप भी स्टॉक वाले हो? आपने भी पुट डाला होगा?
Yes.
नहीं, ये बताओ ये कहाँ तक जाएगी?
I guess last 2-3 दिन से अच्छा गिरावट का उम्मीद था, and we had a good run. अभी
नहीं, सही जवाब है join my Ricky channel, माही भाई.
Asit, thank you so much. Can we pass the mic to Vivek Mashani? Hi, Vivek.
ये भी स्टॉक वाला लग रहा है भाई.
Yes. So
Everybody with a wide smile, trading से है.
So again a good fan, great fan of you, and thank you so much for coming here. It's like dream come true. My question is 2 parts, and which is related to investing, because sports and investing is like very, very close in terms of discipline and mindset and how you need to prepare for the downside also. So my question is, you talked about process when you started with. How do you ensure that you are disciplined with the process irrespective of the success or failures, and get that motivation that yes, I'll not deviate from it? And the second part is, like in our investing also, there is momentum and things are going fine and we are in the streak and winning zone, and वो फिर success चढ़ जाता है सर पे. So how to stay grounded and how to stay humble? What is your experience on that?
I think again, as you rightly said, process is one of the most important things, irrespective of the result. And adaptability is a crucial factor, because let's say we decide on the process. So we sit, all of us, we work the same way, whether in sports or in business. So you decide, okay, this is the path that I'm going to follow. But the key is the adaptability factor, because there are lots of things that we don't know about. The future has an impact on that. So how much you are aware of things that happening around, your journal knowledge needs to be good. And you need to keep revisiting the process that you are following, the path you are following. Because adaptability is a key factor. And you have to follow that process till you don't see something big happening on the wrong side. Because for a simple reason, people will come, they will have their own points, and all of us over here, if we are talking about something, we'll have different views about it. What is important is to respect that view and still take something, that can apply on yourself. And I always felt that the best of advices can come from anyone. So you have to hear more than speak. A lot of people, they speak more and they hear less. So I feel process is always important. And once you don't get the result, you revisit the process. And you take only the learnings. Kahan pe kya galti hui? Whether I was aware about it, whether I could have done something different, midway, jahan pe, I could have managed something, whether it's getting a positive result or maybe, minimizing the losses. In cricket also, we tend to do it. If let's say I'm an aggressive captain and there's a scenario where the opposition is having a good partnership and our strength is batting. So they have a good partnership. Now, I need to get away with my bowlers who are not my main bowlers. And let's say if a wicket falls. Now, an aggressive captain, he may commit the mistake of saying, no, I will attack. So what he needs to see is, okay, I'm attacking, fair enough. But in the next 5 overs or 7 overs, if a wicket doesn't fall, and my part-timer now needs to bowl to a batter who is slightly more set, what happens to him? So you go for so I would rather go for a par score saying, if I get away with my part-timer, I will attack from the other side, even if I don't get wicket. Whatever they score, with my strong batting lineup, I look to achieve it. And what happens is 90% of the times, the answer is in front of us. But because our emotions and psyche is so strong, we choose to sideline it because we are still so much fixated on that one thing that we think, okay, that's the only right thing that is possible.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vivek. Shiva Jayachandran, your question, please.
Good evening, Tala. Being a Chennai guy, I think we deserve you more than anyone. And my question is, you have the only captain who has won all the major ICC trophies, 2007, 11, whatever the World Cup, and then the 13, the Champions Trophy. I know Asit asked a question, the low point of yours. But my question is, which is closer to your heart? Being 2007 World Cup with the young champs, or the 2011 with the experienced folks, or the 2013 from nowhere you guys won the Champions Trophy?
No, it's very difficult to pick one of the three because the challenges were very different. The set of challenges that we had in 2011 were very different to the 2013 Champions Trophy requirements or challenges. So, as a team, it's very difficult to pick for us. But if you're talking about the moment, there were few moments which I remember very clearly. One of them was after 2007 when he had won the T20 World Cup and we came back. So the whole of that Queen's necklace. Yeah. So we were in a bus.
True.
There were traffic on both sides. There were cars. People were out of their cars. And you see around, there were like people all around. And they all had a big smile on their face.
True.
So that's one that I'll always remember. 2011, we were not able to witness something like that because the World Cup got over. By the time we reached the hotel, it was too late. So we didn't see a lot of people celebrating. We saw it on television.
Yeah, that's right.
So 7 was special in that way. 11, again, winning at home. That was the first time a team had ever won a World Cup at home. And that new trend started where, the home team came out winners.
True.
So that's then 13, as I said, it was a fresh team. But if I talk about the 15, 20 minutes that's best in my mind was 2011 World Cup before winning. So 15, 20 minutes before, in the Wankhede Stadium, it was clear that India will win the World Cup. They started chanting Vande Mataram.
True.
And the whole stadium was, involved in
I
it.
think
So
we will
that's
witness-
the best moment.
I think we will witness that once again this year as well. And last question, which is your favorite stadium? You would have played it in everywhere. Which is your favorite
It's
stadium?
very difficult to pick, but I've played the most in Chepauk.
Okay.
Because
Guys, Chennai!
So from 2008, IPL started and, you have minimum 7 games. But at the same time, we are one franchisee that has not played a lot of games in their home stadium.
True.
You know, because we had various issues and everything, so we kept switching. We had played at Pune, we had played at different places. So I think out of the 15 years or 16 years, whatever it is, you know, we have played like 7 or 8.
True.
So it's a lot of fun, and also the fact that the old stadium was very hot. So once they made the new stadium, you know, it felt like Switzerland to us. So when other cricketers come and complain that it's very hot, and you're like, oh, you haven't played in the old stadium.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shiva. And look at your smile. I think you're constantly
शिवा को
smiling.
चेपॉक सुनना था.
Hi, myself Praveen. I have one question only. Like, even though you have been a great inspiration for many people, right? Like, you always come up with new things, right? So when we thought like we are invited for this biggest event, right? Like when I see various kinds of reels, right, with your hairstyle, so every time I wonder like how Mahi sir comes up with so many different kinds of things, right? And when I saw you directly, the overwhelming thing is to the next level. So I didn't have any question, to be honest, but I just wanted to express that your hairstyle is always good.
Ma'am, I have the mic.
You don't have a question, I still have an answer. You know, you don't want to change things or do things differently for the sake of doing it. Let's say, you know, I'm heading a unit or something. The old guy, whoever was leading, if he has set some good practices, you know, I don't just need to change it because, okay, I'm the new leader, I'm the new head, so I need to change. You know, something that is working, something that is productive, you know, let it be. You know, a lot of times we tend to commit that mistake of changing it for the sake of changing it. You know, so that shouldn't be done. Similarly, everything applies to me. I don't change because I consciously want to change. I don't decide on the field because I want to look different. I don't want to prove to anyone if I'm a good captain or not. I just go there. To my best honesty, whatever database I have, I try to perform my role with utmost honesty. अलग हो जाता है कई बार, maybe, you know, मेरा जो book है ना, I'm not an MBBS, maybe I'm a 12th pass. So you think I'm an MBBS, but maybe I'm a 12th pass. That's why my way of doing things are very different.
This is Namita.
Ma'am.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, Namita Gupta. I'm editor of Provoke magazine and lifestyle influencer, travel influencer, Nami on the Move. I want to know, now that you're taking a little time off from international cricket, do you get time to travel? Are you also a travel buff? And what kind of travel destinations do you like to travel?
No, mostly I do travel a lot, but not for vacations. You know, frankly, if you ask me, I have not been on a lot of vacations. So during my cricket playing time, mostly I would go to nations where cricket was there, and you know, I haven't seen a lot because I was like, okay, I'm here to play cricket, I'll play cricket and come back. So not a lot of fun that way. My wife loves to travel, so now our plan is that we are getting some time off. We want to travel, but we want to start from India. I said, you know, we have so many beautiful places over here. I would like to explore them first before, you know, heading to different places. So, sir, सर इंदौर हम हो के आए हैं, वहाँ का जो इवनिंग का स्नैक्स है ना, भुट्टे की किस से लेके आप लोग के स्नैक्स इतने होते हैं, खत्म ही नहीं होता है.
सर एक मिनट.
At the end of the session, do I get a picture with you?
A lot of people getting a picture. I don't want to promise anything because then everybody will ask for it.
I met you 15 years back in Bangalore, couldn't get a picture then. Today I want one.
No, we'll get a picture.
Well, hopefully today is your lucky day. Thank you, Namita. Yes, of
Thank
course,
you.
of course.
याद नहीं किस एज से, बट आई डोंट नो समहाउ एक वो आदत सी बन गई थी, और आपको बहुत लोगों ने इंक्लूडिंग मी भगवान जैसा माना है. हमें बचपन से बताया गया है कि आप ये सीखो, छोटों की रिस्पेक्ट करो, बड़ों की रिस्पेक्ट करो, और सबको साथ में लेके चलो, डाउन टू अर्थ रहो. वो हमने सिर्फ पढ़ा, लेकिन सिखाया आपने है. तो वो भगवान, वो जो हमने, मतलब मैं भोपाल शहर से हूँ, सिर्फ आज आपको देखने आया हूँ. 15 साल से, मतलब मेरे भोपाल में जितने दोस्त हैं सब मुझे जानते हैं कि मैं आपको भगवान मानता हूँ. जब भी चेन्नई का मैच जीतती है, मेरे घर पे सेलिब्रेशन होता है, लोग मेरा केक लेकर आते हैं. इस बार आपकी एक पिक थी सर जडेजा के साथ, तो मेरे दोस्तों ने वो क्रॉप करके मेरे केक पे लगा दी, तो वो मेरे लिए एक इमोशनल मोमेंट था. आपको इतना, मैं हर साल 7 जुलाई को वो अनाथ आश्रम जाता हूँ, बच्चों के साथ बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट करता हूँ. आपकी जो मूवी रिलीज़ हुई थी ऑब्वियस सी बात है, वो हम लोगों ने पूरा थिएटर बुक किया था. पूरे भोपाल के एनजीओ को बच्चों को लेके गया था मैं, आपके जब उस टाइम पे फ्रेंड थे अरुण पांडे सर, उन्होंने भी कॉल किया था, ट्वीट किया था उस चीज़ को। मेरे को बोल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, इससे ज़्यादा आगे मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा। अभी आपके पैर छुए, उससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं चाहिए था लाइफ में। ये बेस्ट डे है लाइफ का। एक बस क्वेश्चन जो अभी है, कल एक संजय बांगर जी का छोटा सा ट्वीट आया था, उन्होंने कहा कि आप 2019 वर्ल्ड कप पे आपको उन्होंने पहली बार बच्चों की तरह रोते हुए देखा था। वो सच है कि आप जेन्युइनली उतना रोए थे?
नहीं, इट्स अ 100% फैक्ट। एंड उसके पहले भी एक बार रोया था, दैट वाज 2015 में जब टेस्ट मैचेस से रिटायरमेंट लिया था तब, तो ड्रेसिंग रूम में हुआ था ये। एंड यू नो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कंट्रोल एन इमोशन। एक क्लोज गेम जब आप हारे हो एंड इनसाइड मेरी प्लानिंग पूरी हो जाती है। सो टू मी दैट वाज द लास्ट डे आई प्लेड क्रिकेट फॉर इंडिया। मैंने रिटायरमेंट 1 साल बाद ली, बट द फैक्ट वॉज कि दैट डे आई हैड रिटायर्ड। सो अब जैसे हम लोग के ना वो कुछ मशीन्स वगैरह दिए जाते हैं एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, सो एवरी टाइम आई वेंट टू द ट्रेनर, आई गेव इट बैक टू हिम, ही लाइक नो नो यू कीप इट। अब मेरे मन में मैं इसको कैसे बताऊं कि ये मैं अब ज़रूरत नहीं है, आई वोंट बी यूजिंग इट, because I didn't want to announce at that point of time. So yeah, once you are high on emotion, you know, and you know the only thing you have done in the last 12 years or 15 years is playing cricket, and then there's no more chance of you representing your country.
Exactly.
You know, it's a very big thing when you represent your country. You know, there are so much of people, but only a few get a chance to represent the country. And sports person, they have that thing. So irrespective of which sport you play, जब आप खेलने के लिए जाते हैं, यू आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग योर कंट्री। आप कॉमनवेल्थ में जाएंगे, ओलंपिक्स में जाएंगे, या हम लोग आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट्स में जाते हैं, वी आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग आवर कंट्री। सो दैट्स अ वेरी बिग थिंग। सो वंस आई क्विट क्रिकेट, देयर वाज नो वे आई वुड बी रिप्रेजेंटिंग माय कंट्री। यू नो, आई एम एन इंडियन सिटीजन एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, बट टू रिप्रेजेंट, टू ब्रिंग some glory for the country back, so all those things, you know, you are high on emotion at that point of time.
मैं आपके 2 साल पहले आपके बर्थडे पे लद्दाख गया था, मतलब 2011 वर्ल्ड कप वाली जर्सी में पहन के पूरा मैं लद्दाख में अपनी बहन के साथ ही बाइक पे घूमा था। तो जिस दिन आपका बर्थडे था उस दिन ग्रीन वाली वो मिलिट्री वाली पूरी जर्सी पहनी थी, ट्राउज़र एंड जैकेट। तो मेरे को मिलिट्री वाले ने रोका कि आप ये कलर पहन के नहीं घूम सकते। मैंने बोला ये धोनी की टी शर्ट है, मैं उनको वर्शिप करता हूँ। तो बोला अच्छा आप माही भाई के लिए? मैंने हाँ, आज उनका बर्थडे है। तो मिलिट्री वालों ने मुझे जाने दिया कि ये माही भाई के लिए है तो आप जा सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। और उन्होंने बाकायदा वायरलेस पे आर्मी वालों को बोला आगे कि एक लड़का भाई की टी शर्ट पहन के एनफील्ड पे उसको रोकना मत। तो वो आर्मी वालों के भी लिए के दिल में आपके लिए इतनी रिस्पेक्ट है, वो हमने कभी इमेजिन नहीं किया था सर।
थैंक यू सर, आपने इतना कुछ बोल दिया, अपना नाम तो नहीं बताया आपने।
सर एक अंशुल नाम है मेरा भोपाल से।
थैंक यू सो मच अंशुल जी।
एक चीज
नहीं, बहुत लोग वेट कर रहे हैं, प्लीज।
हाय सर, ये बटालियन का जो सिंबल है,
That's a बलिदान का बैच।
बलिदान का बैच, और आपकी बर्थ डेट और ये आपके सिंबल, और भी काफी टैटूज कराए मैंने आपके नाम।
थैंक यू सो मच अंशुल, इसके बाद तो आप रोने लगोगे। थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू अंशुल।
हाय सर, एक क्वेश्चन। हाय सर,
अबे
just one question. Big fan, sir. Like I cannot express much. Sir, is there a difference that you feel between the digital world and physically meeting people? For example, I am obviously in the trading category and especially in the options category. So for example, अगर मैं open public के साथ, अगर हम लोग community के साथ discuss करते हैं, and let's say if my view goes wrong, view गलत चला गया, obviously people will face loss because it's trading. And digitally, if someone is commenting, आप क्या कर लोगे? वो delete कर दोगे या फिर you will just reply back. But let's say when we meet up, because हमारे जो physical कभी कभार meet up होते हैं, there if someone says कि यार भाई तूने ये कहा था, it didn't happen. So how to handle this thing? Because at times जब हम लोग socially engage करते हैं, for example actively engaging, और जब किसी को physically मिलना होता है, there is this always this thing कि यार उस चीज़ को हम ignore कैसे करें? Because for example अगर इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच हो रहा हो, like you know in instance, no matter कुछ भी हो, एक पब्लिक की एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है कि जीतना ही है। तो like this emotion thing, does it happen ever? Like एक डर कभी होता है ऐसा? Like
No,
just
what you need to remember is the world is changing. तो कोविड के बाद से स्पेशली द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डिजिटल एंड इन पर्सन काफ़ी चेंज हो गया था। हम लोग भी काफ़ी इवेंट्स वगैरह करते थे जो कि हमने फिर जूम कॉल वगैरह पे किया। So now the thing is everybody prefers different things. I am somebody who likes to be talking in person. I like to look into the eyes of the individual when I am speaking. That gives me more comfort. और जहाँ तक आपने सजेशंस के सही या गलत होने की बात की है, तो आप वो स्टार मार्क तो देते होंगे ना डिस्क्लेमर का। second is, अगर मैंने honestly depending on my level of knowledge and intelligence मैंने कुछ suggest किया है, the chances of it being right or wrong is there. So दूसरे जिस बंदे को भी आपने बोला है, he also need to weigh in everything. अदरवाइज तो सिंपल होता, अगर लक्ष्मण रेखा है, पत्थर की लकीर है, मैं बोलता ये ले भाई 100 रुपए ले, तुमने बोला ये 150 हो जाएगा, वापस दे दे. बट लाइफ डजंट गो लाइक दैट. सो यू हैव टू बी ऑनेस्ट टू योर सेल्फ. You have to do proper research, and then when you're suggesting something, and if it's not a biased thought process, even if it goes wrong, you can take that responsibility. We do the same thing. We try to win each and every game. Whatever decisions we take, it doesn't always go our way. But what is important is to stand up and take responsibility, because that's what makes you a better human being, and that's what equips you to deal with the same situation in a better manner.
Thank you so much. एक मिनट पीछे से एक दो सवाल लेंगे. मोहित, why don't you pass the mic to this lady in green?
Just
Thank you.
one-
एक
one
minute, sir.
question,
We'll have to accommodate.
One question. boss.
We will come back to you, sir, please.
just one question.
Requesting you, sir, please.
Myself, Vijaya, and this is Sharath. We are the founders of Nirvana. We mainly work in the field of well-being and spirituality, Adhyatma. So my question is going to be on that as well. What is spirituality to you, and do you have any active practice in your life in that aspect?
I'm a religious person. When it comes to spirituality, I don't do anything, significantly कि मैं ये सब सारी चीज़ें follow करता हूँ. Again, I'll fall back to, I keep it very simple. I try to be nice to whoever is around me. सवेरे मैं रूम से निकला, उसके बाद जो भी मिला, पहले मुझे हाउसकीपिंग वाले मिलेंगे, फिर होटल के स्टाफ मिलेंगे, अदर गेस्ट मिलेंगे. आई हैव टू बी द सेम टू एवरीवन. It shouldn't matter who the person is. So for me, that is more important. So that is something that I practice. I don't practice yoga. I'm not somebody who does meditation or anything. But I've kept life very simple. I'm very conscious of whatever is happening. I live in the present. So I'll be sitting here, I won't be thinking about anything else. अगर मैं यहाँ पे हूँ तो 100% यहाँ पे हूँ. So that is something that is important to me, and that is something that I follow. So you'll hardly see me do anything different.
Thank you so much for your question.
Sir. Yeah. So.
Yes, sir, go on,
Yeah.
please.
Thank you so much for coming here. And finally, one of my bucket list that meeting you, seeing you in live has been fulfilled. My question is about your leadership. And as everyone is fascinated by your leadership quality and how you manage the team, आपने अजिंक्य रहाणे से T20 मैच करवा दिया, जहाँ पे वनडे में स्लॉट नहीं बन रहा है. सो मेरे फादर का नाम पारस है. वो बोलते हैं कि मैं तो कहने के लिए पारस हूँ, बट ये बंदा असली में पारस है, जिसको छूता है वो गोल्ड हो जाता है. तो मुझे लगता है रिगी को भी अब कोई डर नहीं है, आपने उसको छू लिया है तो गोल्ड तो हो जाएगा.
Personally, we try to make it as comfortable for the individual, show him the path, talk to him about his strengths, and ultimately अगर आप देखो तो a lot of credit is given to me or the coaching staff, but ultimately cricket क्या होता है ना, it's a team sport, but it is also a lonely sport. जब एक बैट्समैन जाता है बैटिंग करने, बेचारा अकेला होता है. He has a partner, but imagine जब बॉलर वहाँ से भागना चालू करता है, ये अकेला होता है. So he has to fight his own thought processes and everything. Similarly, जब बॉलर रहता है, so there are people who will suggest him, but ultimately जब वो ready होता है, वो अकेला रहता है. So that final leap of faith needs to come from the individual. And I always felt is the individual that matters. क्योंकि हम हज़ार चीज़ें बोल दें, जब तक इंडिविजुअल अपने बारे में बिलीफ नहीं करेगा या खुद पे उसकी बिलीफ नहीं होगी, जब तक वो अपने टैलेंट के ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं होगा, he won't be able to do it. So ultimately, I always try to give the credit to the individuals. हम suggest कर सकते, we are the supporting actors. Hero वो खुद होता है. And that's why it's very important for them to be mentally tough. Mental toughness is the key for that.
But how do you identify that strength in an individual?
I don't know, मेरे पास database ऐसा है कि मुझे दिखता है, in the sense,
Observe.
हाँ, मैं ऐसा consciously वीडियो एनालिस्ट के पास नहीं बैठता हूँ. ये आई जस्ट सी द इंडिविजुअल, आई हैव सीन हिम लॉन्ग इनफ, मेरे वो फीलिंग्स आती हैं. बट इट्स नॉट देयर फॉर सम ऑफ द यंगस्टर्स. कोई यंगस्टर होता है जिसको मैंने देखा नहीं है खेलते हुए. सो आई लाइक टू ऑब्जर्व. Initially I'll see what he does, how he is, what is his character, how different he is. So unless I know the individual, it's very difficult. हम लोग कई बार ऐसी सजेशन देते रहते हैं, बट इट नीड्स टू बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक. एक डंडे से पूरे हर्ड को मैनेज करना मुश्किल होता है. सो वी ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द इंडिविजुअल फर्स्ट. Whatever his strength is, we try to use him according to his strength, and at the same time groom him around the weaknesses that he has got.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, my bhai. You definitely don't remember this, but I'm 21 right now. When I was around 12 or 13, we actually shot an ad together for a brand. I won't say the brand name, no free promotion. But my question to you was, after winning the 2011 World Cup, that's the time that I was, training to be a cricketer for India. Every Indian boy has that phase. Once you went home, once all the celebration was over, you've had the trophy, you've taken the pictures, you've partied with the team, you sit down on your bed. What was there a thought in your head that you had that, okay, I have made it, or I have done it now? When you're alone, you're not talking to anybody, just yourself. Some thought. What were the thoughts going on in your head?
No, now that you have said, the first time that thought has come. I've never thought that way. I don't know why. So, World Cup khatam hua, 2 दिन के बाद we had to report for IPL. So it was more like, one thing is done, the next role and responsibility starts. So we just kept moving. So we never got the time to sit and think what has happened. We are very happy with what has happened. We were thankful to God because we had few red flags, that those red flags were not taken. So we are thankful to the God, but other than that, I personally never thought in any other way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There are quite a few ladies who have raised their hands.
Yes, of course. Can we pass the mic to this lovely lady who's literally been jumping, and ma'am, I've never felt
But
so
no
important
revenge
in my
questions, please.
Yeah, sure. Hello, Dhoni. This is Urvi. So my question to you is that, after these matches, abhi World Cup chal raha hai, we see that the coach gives away the medal to the best player of the match. So, award obviously एक ही player को मिलता है, but the entire team cheers like the entire team has got the medal. So how do you, Virat, Rohit, all of you all as captains, maintain that team spirit कि सब लोग साथ में equally joyfully cheer करें? Because at Rigi, we are all becoming leaders of tomorrow. So we would need that advice.
I think what is important is to create that atmosphere. It can't be faked. You need an environment, you create an environment where everybody is happy. If I score a 50, I'll obviously be happy. But you need others in the team to be happy because you scored a 50. So that's the perfect kind of environment, that needs to be made, and it takes time. Because again, we have different set of problems. Somebody will be in form, somebody will be out of form, somebody may be injured. He'll be thinking about what are his chances of coming back into the dressing room. But ultimately, what it boils down to is, we may be 15 different individuals plus the support staff, but we are representing India. We have one goal, to win, try to win each and every game possible so that we win the tournament, whatever the tournament may be. So that's where you see a lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment. And that atmosphere is difficult to create, but not impossible to create. So we try to balance it out, and we work very hard to create that environment.
Sir.
नहीं, अभी सिर्फ लेडीज पूछ रही हैं.
Sir, एक क्वेश्चन. अभय फ्रॉम बिहार.
आपको ड्रेस चेंज करके आना पड़ेगा.
सर बिहार से है सर, बिहार से थोड़ा सा फेवर मिल जाएगा.
बोलिए. मैडम, इसके बाद आपसे पूछेंगे.
सर, सबके लाइफ में एक डाउन फेज आता है, डाउन फेज या बैड फेज आता है. उससे कैसे निकले? मतलब कमबैक कैसे स्ट्रॉन्गर हो सेटबैक से, और मतलब मोटिवेशन ना टूटे लाइफ, मतलब वहाँ पर जो काम कर रहे हैं उसको छोड़ के ना भागे, उससे और अच्छे से कैसे निकले उस फेज से?
देखिए, अगेन मैंने जो स्टार्टिंग से मैं बोलता आया हूँ, हम लोग काफ़ी लोग आजकल ना मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ के बारे में बात करते हैं. मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ मेरे लिए एक्सप्लेन करना बहुत मुश्किल काम है, बट बचपन से जब आप एक स्पोर्ट खेल रहे होते या पढ़ाई कर रहे होते, तो एक वो अंदर से वो फीलिंग रहती है कि मुझे कम्पीट करना है. कॉम्पिटिशन इज़ द मेन थिंग, क्योंकि जब भी आप कोई स्पोर्ट्स खेल रहे होते तो देयर इज़ नो गारंटीड विनर, कोई भी जीत सकता है, बट वो कॉम्पिटिशन होना चाहिए. एंड जब आप कम्पीट करते रहते हो तो स्लोली आप क्या होता है ना, वो मेंटली आप स्ट्रांग होते जाते हो. एंड व्हाट इज़ मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ? मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ टू सम एक्सटेंट इज़ वो बिलीफ होना कि मैं जो काम कर रहा हूँ या मेरा जो जॉब प्रोफाइल है, आई एम इक्विप टू हैंडल इट. थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे होता रहेगा, सिचुएशंस चेंज होते रहेंगे, बट व्हाट इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट, एवरी डे मैं क्या सीख रहा हूँ. अगर मैं प्रैक्टिस करने जाता हूँ, मैं 2 घंटे अगर प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ, तो आज के दिन पे मैंने किस चीज़ पे काम किया. I don't want to go through the motion कि एक tick box करना है. So a lot of people they come to the office, 8 घंटे का job हुआ, tick box हो गया, I went back. But if I'm supposed to be there for 8 hours, I should learn something out of it. That curiosity needs to be there, you know, that ethics needs to be there. And those are the things that help you become better and better.
सर अगर बैड फेज थोड़ा सा लंबा हो रहा है, प्रोसेस आप स्टिक हैं, डिसिप्लिन में हैं, फिर उसको हम कैसे ओवरकम करें? मोटिवेशन उसमें टूटने लगता है, उस समय कैसे? प्रोसेस सही है, डिसिप्लिन सही है?
जो चैलेंज होता है, जो टेस्टिंग होती है, वो यही होती है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड एडेप्टेबिलिटी इज द की. हम एक प्रोसेस बना के फॉलो करते हैं, यू नो, बट इंपॉर्टेंट है कि उसको रिविजिट भी करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. बट देन आई शुड हैव इनफ डेटा बेस टू से कि नहीं ये यही सही प्रोसेस है. बिकॉज अगर मैं ऐसे ऐसे जाता रहूँगा, सो आई वोंट रीच द समिट. जहाँ पे भी मेरा टारगेट है मैं वहाँ पहुँच नहीं पाऊँगा. एंड अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स इन लाइफ कीपिंग थिंग्स सिंपल रियली हेल्प्स. जैसे क्रिकेट में हम बोलते हैं, मान लो मैं आउट ऑफ फॉर्म है, मैं बैटिंग करने गया, कोई फास्ट बॉलर बॉलिंग कर रहा है, सो ही बॉल्स क्विक. तो मैं बैटिंग करने जाऊँगा, मैंने गार्ड वगैरह लिया, उसके बाद यार ये बाउंसर डाल सकता है, ठीक है, पहला हो गया. इसका यॉर्कर अच्छा है, या स्लोअर भी डालता है, इसने स्लिप ली है तो हो सकता है इस तरफ डालेगा. सो नाउ व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज आई एम मेकिंग इट मोर एंड मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स. आई नीड टू कीप इट सिंपल. क्रिकेट सिंपल गेम है, वॉच द बॉल, हिट द बॉल. तो हेल्प ये होता है कि मैंने प्रैक्टिस की है. सेकंड, मेरी बैटिंग आने से पहले मैं मैच देख रहा हूँ, तो मुझे पता है कितना स्विंग हो रहा है, विकेट पे कितना बाउंस है, यू नो व्हाट आर द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द बॉलर्स. सो इन सारी चीज़ों से मेरे में कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा कि आई एम इक्विप्ड टू डील विथ हिम. सो दैट्स हाउ यू प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ.
Thank you, Abhay. Thank you so much. Last question, Ms. Chandarkar.
Hi, no, don't say Ms. Chandrakar. My name is Sakshi. Sakshi loves Dhoni. So the question is this. Okay, my husband's name is Devendra. You are Mahendra. He's going to kill me today. But let me mention this. I'm a career coach, and in every masterclass, I give your example. My first focus is to help all my professionals, job seekers, all these people to identify their niche, you know, to listen to their calling, to follow their dreams. And I make sure that I give your example कि बस उस ट्रेन में चढ़ो और निकलो और अपना ड्रीम फॉलो करो. So my question to you is for my community at large, how important it is to follow your dreams and not settle for, you know, whatever others decide for you.
I'll give you a very frank answer. You know, we all have dreams, and sometimes the dreams are actually unreal. So if you are a coach, you also need to address that. You know, imagine somebody coming to me and saying, you know, मुझे इंडिया के लिए खेलना है. And imagine if he is really good in studies and really bad in cricket. So now me as a coach or as a guardian, I have to tell him, you know, you may still play for India. There have been instances where cricketers, you know, they have become engineers and then they have played for India. But वो जो limited numbers होते हैं ना, you also need to see the majority. You know, हम लोग कई बार, जैसे अभी तो IPL आ गया, but before that 15 लोग 20 लोग इंडिया के लिए खेलते थे. But not many people used to talk about जो लाखों लोग या मे बी करोड़ों लोग जो क्रिकेट ऑप्ट करते हैं बट खेल नहीं पाते हैं. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू गिव देम एन ऑनेस्ट गाइडेंस. You know, as a coach, you will have that data or you'll have that experience, you know, to see what is his strength or her strength, and accordingly give him the gyan as to what needs to be done from her side or his side. क्योंकि हम सबका ड्रीम होता है, you know, मैं बोलूँ कि नहीं यार मुझे तो अब लेट्स से कि फुटबॉल में बहुत अच्छा बनना है, and maybe I don't have that skills in me. And a lot of times, you know, मैंने भी ये कई जगह बोला होगा कि there is no substitute for hard work, but hard work also needs to come at the right place. You know, me working hard on cricket will give me more results. Absolutely. Me working hard on something that I've never played, even if I work harder over there, I won't get the desired results. So again, I've always said honesty is the key. So as an individual, I have to be honest to myself. I need to say कि अच्छा मुझे पता है भाई क्या होने वाला है. I know how good I am and how good I can be. So honesty is also a key factor.
So I wanted to understand, did you know it in your heart that cricket is the thing for you?
No.
You did not know about that?
So for me, from a very early age, it was more about abhi kya hai. So I never got disappointed when they didn't select me for other tournaments because I was not worried. I said, वो मेरे हाथ में नहीं है. I cannot be bothered about my selection. So let's say if I score 200, I don't get selected. A lot of people think, you know, like 200 तो किए थे, मेरा तो selection होना चाहिए था. I would take it in a way where I said 2 मारे थे, अगर 3 किया होता तो they would have selected you. So how to take the same situation in a positive manner? You know, when you take it in a positive manner, you go back, you work harder and you come forward. It's always the mind that is the most difficult to control. You know, body थकने के पहले mind बोल देती है तुम थक चुके हो. So it's always training the mind, how to try and control the mind. It's the most or the toughest things to control. But if you have the mind in your control, along with the emotion, you know, emotionally जब आप high होते हैं तो a lot of times you take decisions emotionally. But what is important, you have to be rational. You know, so emotion is there, but emotion shouldn't affect my decision. क्योंकि अगर मेरी decision गलत होगी, it will have a lot of impact on a lot of people. So coming back to honesty, mental strength, that ability to honestly portray in the best possible manner with the politest of words कि boss ये आपसे नहीं हो पाएगा, आप कुछ और करो. So that is the thing, so that he goes back motivated. And there may be instances where he or she may prove me wrong, but it was my honest opinion looking at whatever I was given. क्योंकि वो एक exception के कारण मैं हजारों या लाखों दूसरे लोगों का life खराब करना नहीं चाहूँगा.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sakshi.
Hi, Mahi ji.
Thank you, Sakshi. One moment, please. One moment. One last question from the lady. Oh, there she is.
Hi, Mahi ji. How are you? आप बहुत लोगों के inspiration है. Who motivates you?
Well, growing up, it was Sachin Tendulkar. We always looked up to him. And when we were growing up, you know, we are perfect. 81 के आसपास जो born होते हैं ना, we saw both the eras. Modern भी हम देख रहे हैं, previous भी हमने देखा है. आजकल के like Ziva, if I ask, you know, कि what is a cassette, she doesn't know. So all those things. So we saw everything literally. So हमारे समय में there were not a lot of videos. ठीक है, TV पे मैचेस आते थे, बहुत ज़्यादा हाईलाइट भी नहीं आता था. तो हम सबको गलत फहमी थी यार, मैं भी सचिन की तरह बैटिंग करता हूँ. Then the first time when I saw my video, I was like, तू गली के जैसे ही बैटिंग करता है. But yes, growing up, we all looked up to him, you know, as a cricketer, and also the fact that when he made his debut, he was very young, so he was playing with people जैसे coming from where I came, ऐसा लगता था एक underage लड़का, you know, बड़ों के साथ खेल रहा है. So all those things, but it was very motivating to see him perform. And then when I started playing for India, for me the biggest motivation was the country. You know, I know we lost games, we done badly, but you know, we just wanted to do well for the country.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That brings us, in the interest of time, we'll have to stop. We will have to stop the Q&A. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you all have lots of questions, but let me also remind you that there is a photo session and you wouldn't want to miss out on it. Thank you so much. One question, sir. This is for Team Riggy. May I please request Team Riggy to kindly stand up? On behalf of Team Riggy, I'd like to ask you a special message that you'd like to convey to the team.
I would just like to keep it very simple. Keep working hard. Keep smiling. Have a smile on your face when you're working, because that is one of the most difficult things to do. At the same time, take care of your colleagues. You know, we all have family, but when you work in a workspace, जब एक office में आप काम करते हो, the members who are part of the office also become your extended family. And now we are living in a world where there's a lot of stress on everyone. You know, and stress can be their family stress, personal life का stress, या married है, unmarried है, बच्चों का stress. There are a lot of things, you know, that goes on in an individual's life. It is very important for you to identify if somebody is not feeling well, if he's depressed and all of that. Take care of them as a family. You know, because ultimately when you need them, they will be around. So it's very important to notice the changes and, you know, try to take care of everybody who's around you. Other than that, very well done on what you have been doing. But again, it's a process. It's not something you know, that we can do and sit and say, "Acha, humne kar diya." No, it's a constant process. The coming year, it will be much more interesting. There are new things lined up. But what is important is to keep working hard, keep reinventing yourself, keep learning every time you turn up in the office, and, you know, try to keep educated, you know, others, whoever is around. So have a lot of fun.